When I was a kid, until I was 3 years old, people would tell my mom how ugly I was. Literally, they were so rude, they would even tell that to my mom. A couple of weeks ago, I was at the mosque and there was an old woman, okay? She was around 50 and my mom was talking to her. And this woman is someone she knows since she's born, maybe. Yeah, around that. My mom introduced me to her and she said like, that's Mariam, the girl you find ugly back then. And this woman was like, "Oh, not an extra kid. And later when we go home, my mom said, the reason why she react like that is because no, you're beautiful. She said to me, she still said that, Mariam, no, you're so beautiful. People are looking so in awe to me, so they're thinking I'm so beautiful. And I don't tell you that story to brag or something like that, but the reason I tell you this story is because I remember it a couple of weeks ago. I've noticed two things. One, I'm their biggest karma, and two, I am too late. You're too late. At what you are late? You're late at seeing your own beauty. You are late at seeing how powerful you are. You are late at seeing what you actually are and what you can do in this life. You are so talented. You can do everything. You can achieve everything, literally everything in your life. And that's not a story that's personally cut to me. That is a story to every person around there. Every single one of you has the same power, don't tell me, oh, I'm not that beautiful. Let me tell you one thing. In K-pop, I don't know if you know that, but in K-pop, they have like comebacks. Every time they publish an album, they are styling their idols differently. Okay? In every comeback, almost every idol of them looks extremely different. I've also seen that around me. I saw a lot of people, they were ugly, but the way they took care of themselves made them so beautiful. Like being ugly, not being that beautiful, that's not an excuse. You just have to take care of yourself a little bit more. I know a couple of people on the internet, they're not beautiful, okay? I don't think they're beautiful, but people, their comments are full of, you're so gorgeous. You know why? Because this person, don't look in the mirror and say, oh, I'm so ugly. This person opens the camera and has the audacity to stay there and say, I'm gorgeous. Like, think that they are literally gorgeous. They don't have to say that, but people see that. I don't mean to be mean when I say audacity to open the camera and think that they're gorgeous. I mean to say, when you are looking in the mirror and hating on yourself, and you are too shy, have the audacity to also walk around. Even when you're ugly, walk around and say, I'm gorgeous. Have the audacity to make yourself beautiful, to take care of yourself, to show people that your look doesn't matter, but how you carry yourself is changing your whole appearance, and people will see that at you, okay? And even when you think you're ugly, trust me, when you work on that, when you work on seeing the beauty. I was a person, I would look in the mirror, and even when people come, you're so beautiful, I will look in the mirror and I will be like, I don't like that, I don't like that, I don't like that. But after a while, I say like, that's not helping me. Like, I had a big complex on my chin that it is a little bit like, I wanted a wee chin, and I was looking in the mirror and say, can I change that? Who cares? Like, my chin is beautiful. And people, when I say that I have complex with chin, they would say like, you're beautiful. Your chin, why have you complex with that? But I would still have that complex. And I've noticed that the problem was not that I was ugly. The problem was that I would think like that. And the problem is not that you are ugly. Trust me, 90% of you, of the people who watch this video, are not ugly. Trust me, you are not ugly. You just look in the mirror and search for things you hate. You have to look in the mirror, and that's maybe in the first time, in the second time, in the third time, it's a little bit fake when you think that it is fake. When you look in the mirror and like, oh, that's so beautiful. Maybe you feel like it's fake, but actually it's not. Over time, you will look in the mirror and say, why did I have this complex? No one else besides me was thinking that. No one else. But the bigger problem is not that you think like that. The biggest problem is that when you think like that, you are giving the power to someone else. You are giving that, you just take it and throw it on the floor. Like you throw it to trash. But when I can carry myself like I'm the hottest person on earth, people will see that and they take that energy and it benefits me. Not she likes me and she likes me, not. It benefits me. It is my power. It is my confidence that will give me what I want in my life. And when I have to gaslight myself into thinking that I'm beautiful, then it is who cares? I gaslight myself, I become confident, and then I get what I want in my life. Because in this life, insecure people get nothing. I had a couple of tests, okay? I've noticed that when I suppress my insecurity, when I suppress this anxiety, look, fear and anxiety, it is something you made up in your head. Anxiety, I had the biggest anxiety. I would have to say yes to a person I knew for over 5 years, and my heart, I would die. I see that person every single day, and I have to say yes to her question and I would die. This anxiety I had, and now I sit here and make that video. I sit here, especially this morning, I hyped myself so much up. It's insane. I have the way I walk, and at some point I was walking, I was like, Mariam, I think someone who looks at you think like you're arrogant or something like that, because the way you walk is so strong, because the way you walk, you just do not care. Like you are focusing on yourself. Fear comes before something happens. All of your emotions happen after an incident, but fear comes before that. And until the thing that happens, you have to suppress your fear. Okay, when I make that video, and before that I'm afraid, I am afraid until I post that video. I am afraid until I post that video. But after that video, this vanish. Okay, this fear vanish, because fear is something you made up in your head. It is like love. This crazy loving someone is not because this person is so gorgeous. This crazy loving someone is because you made them up in your head. Like you are sitting at home and make fake scenarios with that person, and you are in love with them not because they're so gorgeous and they did that with you. You are in love with them because you made this thing up in your head. And fear is like that. You just made it up in your head. But people don't get that. The moment I realized that, I was able to say, fear, Mariam, you just still do that. And when this is not that bad, all the other things you're afraid of are also not that bad. Insecure people get nothing in their life. Trust me when I say that. Insecure people, it's crazy, because to become what you want in your life, you have to be a ticket more confident than the person in front of you. It is crazy. The moment I realize that, I say, okay, I wait, like, how confident are they? How insecure they are looking? I'm standing in front of them and I just try to overweight them a little bit, okay? Like when their confidence level is here, even when I'm internally here, I just try to appear as if I'm here. And every time I do that, every time I appear more confident than the person in front of me, I get what I want. That's the reason why people who are loud mostly, or people who are able to defend themselves, are getting more what they want in their lives. Look, everyone wants to avoid stress. Everyone wants to avoid fighting with someone, okay? But these people are not afraid of getting into a fight, so they are appearing more confident, and so they are getting what they want in their lives just because they appear more confident. And I see that myself. I noticed that myself. That person in front of me, when he is extremely loud, I become a little bit afraid of them. I am afraid to tell them something. I'm working on that. In the last couple of days, I'm challenging myself so much. Realize that the only person who decides how much worth you are is yourself. No one else around you. When someone else says you're this and you're that, that has no impact on your worth. But you also have to understand that you are just as much worth as you think you are. You are deciding yourself. So when you are thinking that you are not worth of something, you simply don't. You simply don't. And I'm not sugarcoating you. I won't say everyone is like super worthy of everything. They are only worth of everything when they think they are, when they're holding themselves up in this life, just by holding themselves up. So when you look in the mirror and think I'm not worthy, then you're not. But also it is in your hand to say, you know what? You can get everything you want in this life. You are able to get everything you want in this life. You deserve it. I decide that you, the person in the mirror, you are deserving it. Do you want to prove that you are deciding how much you are worth yourself? The manifestation people on the internet who just talk about manifestation, are all saying you have to think that you are worth of getting what you want in your life. And all of them say that. They all say when you don't think you're worth it, you just simply don't get it. The reason for that is because you are deciding yourself. And when you think like, I'm worthy of it, and you are also acting like that, Allah, God, universe, you will give you what you want. But otherwise they won't. Because they're standing there and saying, you think you're not worthy? Okay, you don't. That's it. When you would be worth, tell me when you are worthy, and I will give you what you want. It's that simply. I want you to look in a mirror, okay? Get in front of a mirror and say, actually you are worth everything you want in your life. Everything. Okay? Even when you are someone who looks in the mirror and already admires themselves a lot, just get now in front of a mirror and do it again and say, you are worthy of everything you want in your life. And I will do everything to get what you want. This life is your life, and no one else will do that for you. Not even your parents. At some point, your parents will leave you. Energy, okay? Like I said, it is not all about looks. It is about energy. I want to say that you have the power to shift into your magnetic energy. You have to first believe it yourself. So think about the times, take a pen and a paper, and think about the times where you are like so magnetic to people felt so drawn to you. Even the times count when people just find you interesting, even when you didn't talk to them yet. Take a pen and paper and write it down, okay? So now you know that you can shift into that magnetic energy. You can shift into that confident version of yourself. You can do that. This video is actually not a video where I want to give you like tips for this and that. I just wanted to make this video for saying to you that you should believe that you are powerful. That you are extremely powerful. I make this video that you can come back and watch this video again and again, and every time you watch this video you get a confidence boost. This video should remind you how powerful you are, how much you can do in this life. The first thing is always to believe in yourself. The first thing is always that, because when you don't believe in yourself you won't do anything. The only reason you do anything, the only reason why you are changing, why you are coming further in your life, is because you believe that you can do that you can achieve it. Even when you're in a really miserable state in your life, the only reason why you watched until here is because you still have a glimpse of self-love. You still have a glimpse of trust in yourself. You still have a glimpse of knowing that you can do that. And I want you to make it bigger. I want you to see that subconsciously you still have a glimpse of all these things, and that you should start to really build this trust bigger and grow it, so you can actually get really what you want in your life, that you can really believe that you can change something in your life. And my very last thing I want to say in this video is, you have potential. You can still change your life, but potential is just potential when you don't work in it, when you don't grow it. I always thought like, yeah, you know, Mariam, you have so much potential, especially in the last couple of months. I was like, you have so much potential, but I've noticed that doesn't change anything. The only thing that changed my potential is that I actually started to work on that. When you didn't get what you want in your life, when you're not a master manifester, when you're not extremely charmful, then only because you didn't improve your potential. And with that being said, I hope you liked that video. See you next time.